Well, hi everyone. As you may know, because you have gotten the LCME newsletter before, we used to do a monthly print newsletter. There are conveniently 12 months of the year and 12 standards. So each month we just picked an element that kind of corresponded with that standard and we would write about it. Well, it seems like video is the way to go these days. So instead of coming to you with a printed newsletter, I'm going to come to you with a monthly video newsletter. We're still going to keep the same format of highlighting one element each time. So it's July. And so July is standard seven, and standard seven is all new. This is, if anybody's watching historically, this is 2026. And so lots of new changes to standard seven. So we're going to just start with 7.1, and I'm just going to talk for a couple of things about standard 7.1. So here's some of the key information for me, and I have it right on my screen over here. So you can always go to lcme.org. They have reorganized it. It actually is very nicely reorganized, and you can find the most recent. I'm going to look at the full DCI, and I've pulled up 7.1, which is about foundational medical knowledge. A couple things that I think are really important. Two that are new and one that's an oldie but a goodie. So the two that are new is that be super careful, because remember, they used to rely a lot on GQ. GQ is obviously falling out of favor. Independent student analysis is very much in favor. And now they have added, to all of us that are going to love this, is that you have to make sure that you are doing internal surveys now. They're going to have to be reported to the LCME. So don't miss that. So 7.1 has got some internal surveys that you're going to need to be doing. So get on that right away. You don't wait until your self-study starts to do the internal surveys. You don't wait until it's that time. You start these internal surveys this year, so you can get what the pulse of your students is, so you can fix things when you need to, right? You're not waiting until your visit is in sight. Okay, so that's a really key thing, important. Another, I think, great change that they've made is, you'll remember, they used to have they have those topics, right? Endocrine, GI, immune, nervous system, renal system. But now they're actually saying you can change the names of those topic areas to coincide with how it matches up with your preparation, your pre-clerkship curriculum. So that is also a fantastic development. So remember that, because it used to be, well, we don't have a nervous system, right? And the students couldn't get it together. So this is great. Okay, now for the tried but true. Here is the biggest mistake that I would see schools make when they were looking at this data. Now, again, in the past, you were looking at historical trending of GQ data on how your courses were doing. And I would get with schools who had a clear decrease in the trend, and it's been for the past 2 or 3 years, and they've done nothing about it. Okay. You can't do that. You must do something about it. When I say you, I mean your curriculum committee must do something about that, obviously in conjunction with the curriculum dean, right? So don't wait. So because they can't, and they don't like that. And actually, I support the LCME. Shocking. No, if you see your course is trending down, you got to jump in. I would say if it's 1 year, okay, 1 year does not a trend make. There's blips for all kinds of reasons. Every class has its own temperament. Something could have gone wrong. You see 2 years, you better start doing it. And I'll get questions. You mean like change the course director? Yes, that's right. If that's the problem, yes, that's what you need to do. Okay. Yes. You need to figure out what are the changes that you need to make, and then you need to make changes. Don't wait. If you've already got 2 years, it's unlikely. If you get to 3 years and you haven't made a change, honestly, you deserve to get a citation or worse on that. You simply do, because you have to make a change. So that's all I'm going to talk about for this month, 7.1, the new tables that they've got in there. Again, internal surveys, you can change the topic areas to, or that's a really good thing. And then you've got to make changes if you're trending downward. You have to, and you have to follow those changes. And if it doesn't improve, you need to make another change. And you can't wait an entire year, team. You can't wait an entire year. So I guess, okay, I'll take that back for a minute. I guess it depends on if it's a course versus clerkship. Obviously, some of your courses are only offered once a year. Your clerkships are offered more often. So you already have to be thinking, what can I do to change? What can I do to change? What is not working? Are there tweaks that are allowable to make when you're in an academic year? Obviously, there are some tweaks that you cannot make within an academic year, like changing the grading structure or something like that. But you need to be proactively thinking and acting on these things. So that's it for this month. Let me know what you think about doing a video newsletter. I'd be interested in hearing your feedback. Until next time.